Good morning, everyone. Here we go. So, I am a little early. As you guys probably can tell, April Fool's Day. Don't get pranked. I was thinking about doing an April Fool's Day prank at some point, but I never ended up doing it. I was thinking, like, I could invent a new concept, like, I could invent the 6-7 trading concept and say, like, if you use the candle from 67 candles ago, project it out, and then be like April Fools. I didn't do that though. I was thinking about it, but I didn't. But anyway, today is April 1st, 2026, 8:14 a.m. Eastern. We have a lot of Red Folder news today, and hopefully today can be a good trading day. So let's go ahead and screenshot this. And yeah, good morning. Hopefully you guys are all doing good. And yes, I am pretty early today, and I don't know. I'm just early. I just showed up earlier. I don't know. I might start doing this more often because I like having extra time to really go all the way from the highest time frame down. Well, not the highest time frame, but you know what I mean, like the weekly and stuff. So, anyway, I might start doing this more often, where I get on the charts just a little earlier. So let's go ahead and put this in news for today. Let's also say hi to everyone. That's not good. Hold on, I might need to fix something. Make sure that this is working. Okay. There shouldn't be an issue. That card should be working. I think it's fine. I think it's working. I don't know. I think it's just being weird. Yeah. Sorry guys, it was like alerting me something was wrong, but I don't think anything is wrong. So, anyway, we're logged into Tradebait. And yeah, we looked at Forex Factory. Let's start going top down in my journal. So today is April 1st, 2026. Today is Wednesday. And we got news coming out. We had news come out at 8:15. We will have news come out at 8:30, and yeah. So, cool. Let's go top down here and just start from the highest time frame down. And I might refresh my trading view because it seems kind of bugged. Hold on. Not trading view, Tradebait. Okay. Yeah, why do the candles look like that from here to here? Explain PSP and fractal PSP methods. I can explain PSP. I don't know what you mean by fractal PSP methods, but I can explain PSP. So anyway, I'm gonna make sure my daily loss limit is set first. Then I'll answer your question. Hang on. Okay, daily loss limit set. Lock or setting if trading locked. Okay. So PSP, at least the way that I use PSP, is we'll get a pin bar, right? Which is basically a candle with a small body and large. Trade of 8 didn't work in that time. Oh, okay. That makes sense. So the way I use PSPs is it's going to be a candle with so it's going to be a pin bar. So pin bar is basically a candle that's just, you know, large wicks, small body, and usually it takes out some kind of low, like liquidity sweep into the low, right? And hey, what up, random guy? Good morning. You're neutral today? Yeah, I still have to go on the higher time frame and look, but I'm gonna go top down. I have plenty of time today to do that. So this is a pin bar, right, where we have a candle with a small body, large wicks. Usually it takes out some kind of liquidity, right? So a precision swing point is basically this color of the body is going to be divergent. It's going to have diverged on a correlated asset. So this will be NQ. This will be NQ, right? And then over here, this might be like ES or YM, right? So let's say this is ES, right? On ES, actually, let's say this is YM. So on YM, we have the same exact candle, but on the YM, it's red. This is a precision swing point, and so it's gonna basically take your pin bar, which is already, you want it to already be a higher probability. You want it to be a high probability pin bar, but it's gonna take your pin bar and it's gonna make it even stronger. From my back testing, at least, you gotta do your own back testing and see if that's the case. But yeah, see how it diverges? It's the same exact candle, but it's diverging in the color of the body. So, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start going top down. Tons of news today. I was almost gonna title the what's it called? I was almost considering titling the live stream literally just how much news there is, but I didn't. Okay. So yeah, let's go top down, and honestly, let's start out at this weekly gap. So, right, we came down into this weekly gap. It's not been used at all, meaning it's unmitigated, and then you could mark it out like this, but from my back testing, I like marking it out like that. I mean, you're gonna have to do your own back testing, but I call these implied fair value gaps. It's not the official version of implied fair value gaps, but I don't care. So, all right, so let me mark this out, right? So we came down, we use this. Like I always say, like usually when you have a gap that hasn't been used like this, meaning it's unmitigated, usually it's not likely we're going to get through it on the first go around, and well, we are clearly rejecting it very aggressively. So bang. And so yeah, we're rejecting it. We swept out all these lows, specifically like these equal lows here. Relatively equal lows, whatever you want to call it. Once again, I'm just going from the top, highest time frame down, because I do have extra time. Not highest time frame, but you know what I mean. But I have extra time and I want to, so. So yeah. Relatively equal lows get swept into this weekly gap. And it's also a breaker. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with this. I'm gonna screenshot this. Oh yeah, and there is SMT with YM. So we should probably mark that out. At least there should still be SMT with YM. See that? See there's SMT with YM. So there could be a higher time frame reversal playing out here, and I would not be surprised. I was kind of thinking we might have needed like internal liquidity sweeps and stuff, but honestly maybe not because the daily just inversed in like an instant V-shaped recovery. So sometimes if it's super V-shaped like that, you don't always need like a ton of internal sweeps, but maybe I don't know. I'm just kind of saying things right now. Usually you need an internal sweep. Okay. So YM, SMT, bang. Let's go ahead and screenshot that. Let's drop down to a daily chart. Right, we have both a daily outside bar and also a what's it called? A daily inversion for value gap. We have both. Yeah. Do your own analysis at the same time that I'm doing my analysis, and get to your own conclusions, and then let me know what you're thinking, because I want to hear your thoughts separate from mine, right? So yeah, daily inversion for value gap off of this. Where's inversion? There we go. So daily FEG, we just printed this last night. Why can't I see the weekly FEG on my chart? What chart are you looking at? You want to use NQ1 exclamation mark and then turn B adjust on. So make sure B adjust is on and then look at NQ1 exclamation mark. Because this B adjust setting is gonna it's going to make all the contracts it's going to make them synced, because you know how this gets rolled over every 3 months. So this is gonna sync them all. If you don't have this on, it's gonna, yeah, if you don't have this on, then it's gonna not be syncing the contracts. So you want to have this on. And honestly, I'm saying that, but I don't totally know exactly what it means. I just know that you want to have it on for this, because I did my research on it for the higher time frame stuff. Sometimes you can get interesting information by turning it off and looking around, but for instance, looking at specific, looking for new day opening gaps that are with the B adjust button off. I've found the market will sometimes respect those, but once again, you're just going to have to mess around with it. Most of the time for higher time frame analysis, you want to have B adjust on. So that might be why. So there is an external gap here, right? Something we should definitely take into account, but I mean, this is really good momentum off this inversion. So we'll just have to see. It might end up just breaking this external gap, very possibly. So we'll just have to see. So I'm going to screenshot that. Bang. Yeah. It could end up being an instant V-shaped recovery, and if so, then it's then maybe we don't need internal sweeps. We'll see. Right? So daily inversion for value gap, I guess we should maybe project this out. Oh, we should also project out the outside bar. So I'm gonna put here daily IPG and outside bar. Hang on. Yeah, so the thing is, we do have this external gap, so we'll see if we break it. Random guy, where in the setting in TradingView? Oh, yeah, there must be a setting in there. Maybe ask ChatGPT. It might be able to help. Yeah, it's probably in the settings. Okay, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, we swapped out those relatively equal lows. Remember, all this we were saying was low resistance, instant V-shaped recovery. Now we do have, what's this? This external gap. Okay. We do, on the name on top left, like changing the settings. Yeah, it's in the, I think it's in there somewhere. Honestly, I don't know. I never really had an issue with it, which is, I don't know, weird, but so yeah, there is this external gap. It's something we should be aware of, right? We don't know if we're gonna break this right now, but we are within this. So I'm just gonna mark it out like this, and then just say, hey, this is an external gap. We're aware of it, but we might end up just going right through it. We'll see. Right? It's not always the clearest thing. Sometimes you just break through them, right? But sometimes they are important, so yeah, bearish external gap here. We'll probably want to project out this outside bar, so let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll go to the next time frame lower, and we'll look around. So I'm gonna project out the daily outside bar now. So daily outside bar. Here to here. I'm gonna project out the outside bar using the prior candle. So once again, why is this an outside bar? Because we take the prior candles low and high, and as a lot of time I like to see, we also closed higher with displacement. Now, well, that's not a requirement, but a lot of time that's what I like to see. So then I'll project out this prior candle that was before the outside bar, and I mean, it kind of fits in with this idea. Like, if this ends up being low resistance, we could go at 4 projections. So 4 projections is right there. Right? If this becomes low resistance, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. So let's see. It is 8:33 Eastern. So we still got plenty of time. Once again, be doing your own analysis at the same time and let me know what you're thinking. And that's part of why I like going on the charts earlier, is I can really start out on the highest time frame and go down and then get a really good idea of what could be going on. So yeah, daily outside bar, low resistance highs, relatively equal highs. So that could be the eventual draw on liquidity. Okay. Daily outside bar. Let's drop down to a 4 hour and let's keep looking around. So, once again, we had a 4 hour outside bar down here. And then we had a 4 hour inversion for value gap. So this is really the aligned time frame right here with this weekly gap. We might want to put a gradient on this. We probably don't need to right now. It's fine. So with this one, I kind of like projecting out like that. And that actually lines up really nicely with these low resistance highs. So that's going to be a really nice draw on liquidity if we end up going there. We'll see. We'll see. Bang. So we'll see. Right, it's a 4 hour outside bar and an inversion for value gap. Okay, I kind of want to drop down more time frames. I know it's an inversion for value gap, but I don't want to waste too much time here. Just want to kind of just move on here. So, or I guess I could mark out the inversion for value gap. I still got time. But I mean, this was a nice inversion. So we basically, there was an aligned time frame 4 hour inversion, and now we're heading back up. Be crazy if this takes us all the way back up to all-time highs. That'd be crazy. So there's the 4 hour. Once again, let me know. Do your own analysis, then let me know what you guys are thinking, right? Bang. Let's see if anyone said anything in the Discord. Oh, okay. It's just a random guy. He sent a screenshot. Perfect. All right, so there's the aligned time frame, inversion. Okay. So I wonder if we have any old RTH gaps on the other side of the curve here, because those could end up being the draw, right? What'll happen is the newly created RTH gaps, when you get expansion like this, the new ones aren't really the drawn liquidity in the short term. It's the old ones that got created before that are the drawn liquidity. Tradevate is down. Tradevate's working for me. I'm on it right now. But I did kind of see what you're saying. There was something weird going on with it. Like, it was like, hey, something's wrong with your payment processing. I don't know. I don't really know what was going on with it, but luckily it's working for me, so whack. You could always paper trade on TradingView, but that's so annoying, bro. I don't know why it's doing that. So yeah, this is Wednesday, last week's RTH gap. Right? So honestly, I think that it's reasonable that we're drawing back up into that right now. I think that's a very reasonable idea for the market today, is us to draw back up into this, because once again, it's like the RTH gaps on the other side of the curve usually are the draw and not the ones on the current side of not the ones that just basically recently got created. Like the one that got created down there, I don't think it's going to be the draw because there's one over on the other side of the curve over here. I think Wednesday RTH gap fill could be the draw. RTH gaps on the other side of the curve when expanding tend to be the priority over new RTH gaps that were recently created. It's what I've seen, but could be wrong. So yeah, RTH gap on the other side of the curve. We already filled this last one from Thursday, I meant. Honestly, guys, that should have been the draw on liquidity yesterday. That should have been the draw on liquidity yesterday. I totally messed that up. But it's all good. So Thursday's RTH gap got filled. Super nicely. Let's take a look at your opens. So let's get out the indicator, the new one. So we're below true month open, right? We might be seeking to rebalance to that. We had true week open get manipulated upon the outside bar when it got created, which is very, very cool. It goes to show, how perfectly these markets manipulate, right? The wick wicked into the true open. So, bang. That seems pretty bullish, I'm not gonna lie. The fact that we wicked the true open. Right, so thanks for the liquidity wick into the bottom of the weekly gap. Here, let me mark this out because I think it's kind of interesting. We still got plenty of time till market open. Plenty of time. Right, so wick down below true month open, true week open into the bottom of the gap. We will also look at midnight. Midnight doesn't look like it was really manipulated. I think we just had news or something. Why is the market moving so much? That's crazy. Look at that 1 hour candle. It's being very spazzy. What's going on? Did we just get news? Did Trump just tweet? Why is this candle being so spazzy? Interesting. Right, so honestly, I'm starting to think this might be classic expansion week because, Monday range, Tuesday made low of the week into the bottom of the gap. Oh yeah, that was Trump. It's the one. It's like a. I don't even know how to explain. It's like Trump took the market and he just dumped cold water on it. And now it's freaking out. I don't know. It's crazy how that happens. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So, right, we come to the bottom of this gap. Get this thanks for liquidity wick into the bottom of the gap here. This is kind of hinting to me that this is a pretty likely classic expansion week to the upside, especially with all the draws and liquidity to the upside. Because the true week open got manipulated with that thanks for liquidity wick. Let's actually go back to the 4 hour chart here. And I'll show you a little better. Right? So, thanks for liquidity wick. If you guys don't know what I mean when I say that, I just mean a wick that like wicked below, or like a wick that basically swept out lows. So like a liquidity sweep, but specifically like on one candle. So this, boom. But it's the wick. The wick took the true week open. Okay. Monday 18 o'clock got wicked out. Thanks for liquidity wick. Gives me vibes that it might be a bullish classic expansion week. Okay. Okay, let's see what everyone's saying. Hang on. Tradebase said to fix, you need to log out then log in. Equal highs with the wick, but it's protected 4-hour highs. Yeah. Yeah, I guess just log out then log back in. And there's equal highs with the wick. Oh, up here at 6 a.m. Yeah, so we're gonna probably use this Trump wick as data high and data low. So we'll probably drop down another time frame here. We're pretty much good on the check Discord. Okay, I'm gonna check. Iran's new regime president. Let me show this on the stream. Much less radicalized and far more intelligent than his predecessors, has just asked the United States for America for a ceasefire. We will consider when it's free clear. We are blasting Iran into oblivion, or as they say back to the Stone Ages. Oh my. Wait, what does ceasefire mean? It's just weird because the chart, low key, like the chart, we have the RTH gap. I mean, I don't know. The chart kind of feels like we're gonna draw the RTH gap, but this seems really bearish. The news that Trump just said. A temporary suspension of fighting. So okay, so Iran's like, please don't do it, and then Trump's like, yeah, we're gonna obliterate you. Dang, bro. That actually sounds pretty bearish. So we might need to go into this with like a bearish undertone here. We're forming an outside bar. So, okay. I mean, we will consider the weekly RTH gap above. I mean, it could end up being a manipulation leg, right? Because we still have the RTH. You know what I'm saying? Like, this could be, maybe Trump tweets something later in the day and it's all bullish, right? So we want to consider both options because we have this really nice RTH gap above and LRLR above. So it could just be inducing panic to take us higher, right? And maybe we need to soup Midnight Open because Midnight Open hasn't been souped yet. But we're just going to keep an open mind because, you know, obviously that news is pretty bearish. 7:30 right there. Bang. So let's really start to drop down to lower time frames here. I can get rid of stuff on the higher time frames. So I don't think we need this. We don't need this. We don't need this, or 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 this. We'll keep this. You change your mind pretty fast. We're definitely getting an outside bar to the downside. It could be good, but we'll see. I accidentally got rid of True Week Open. I didn't mean to do that. I want to keep the True Week Open. But I love how you quickly reevaluated the IPG that fast. That's good. That's good. Okay, so I'm keeping an open mind to both sides. You know, it's hard to really it's hard to be perfect, but I'm keeping an open mind. The outside bar is forming, right? Yeah, we're really starting to dig deep lower here. Once again, though, it does give the vibes of a bullish expansion week, so it could just be a midweek like manipulation to deliver us to the RTH fill or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We will just have to see. So, back to what we were looking at. 730's there. Let's see if there's any S&Ts. Okay, we have not gone to the hourly chart yet. Let's get rid of that. Well, actually, first let's look at the 4-hour again. So, there's not really any 4-hour gaps. Two-hour, 1 hour could be forming an outside bar. 1 hour is forming an outside bar. Okay. 1 hour, 1 hour and 2-hour charts are forming a bearish outside bar upon the Trump tweet, right? So here's the high of the outside bar. Here's the low of the outside bar. I guess, are there any draws on liquidity to the downside? There is an RTH gap to the downside. Now, although typically you don't see the ones that get recently formed get filled right away, we might have just gone to fill this one, and we might actually go down to fill this one, and then up to fill this one. That would be like crazy manipulation, but honestly, is it that impossible? Not really. So this 1 hour is going to possibly inverse as well. Right, so we should take a look at the RTH gap from whatever this was. I think this was Tuesday, right? Maybe we come back down, reutilize True Week Open. Because once again, we don't have an internal sweep. We don't. So there's definitely a case to be made. We need to come lower off of this. And once again, it's a daily external gap. So what day was this? Monday? Yeah, I mean, this definitely could be bearish. Once again, I think there's like a 4-hour gap, is there? I'm going to use my version of implied gaps here. Oh, wait, hold on. Check out the way we're rejecting this new week opening gap. Dang. And then also this 4-hour gap. right? So we do have the Monday RTH gap below. We have relatively equal lows below here around the RTH midpoint. Yeah, I mean, this outside bar looks pretty bearish. I need to plug my laptop in. We got 31 minutes till the market even opens. We still got a lot of time here. The hourly just closed on this outside bar here. And inversion for value gap. Maybe you end up taking this 1 hour outside bar and inversion for value gap. I mean, it actually doesn't look terrible, maybe. We swept out this high. It might be terrible. Honestly, I don't know. Right? And we have the daily external gap. We might want to put a quadrant on this daily external gap. And honestly, I think we should ignore the Wednesday RTH gap now and just focus on this daily external gap here. So daily bearish external gap. And then I also want to take a look at the new week opening gap. And we'll pop a quadrant on this daily external gap. But it looks like we're respecting the new week opening gap more precisely than this daily external gap. But I'll still look at the daily external gap. I'm just trying to look at everything, honestly, and we will get to the lower time frame. We will. I just want to look at everything. Right, so 1 hour outside bar and IFEG. It's also an unmitigated gap as well. Okay. We might want to look at how we retest this bearish IFEG. Delivering off this 0.75 here. But now we have the 0.25. Good morning. You may have already said it, but there is a 1 hour inversion for value gap below. Is that the draw on liquidity? I don't know. 1 hour inversion for value gap. You mean to the downside here? The draw on liquidity, 1 hour inversion for value gap. Do you mean down here? Or yeah, we have a 1 hour inversion for value gap. I'm still looking at my options right now. Trump just tweeted something super bearish, so you maybe want to keep that in consideration, right? But There's also Wednesday's RTH gap above. So there's a million things to look at, but this bearish outside bar kind of looks super bearish. I mean, maybe. I'm still getting an idea. I mean, it might not be actually. It might be trash. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So I also really like how we filled this new week opening gap as well. Wait, so you think the inversion for value gap is the drawn liquidity? I'm a little confused on what you're meaning by that. I'm loving the way we efficiently filled this new week opening gap though. Right? To me, that seems like maybe a sign that it's kind of bearish, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll probably drop down to a lower time frame here. We got these overlapping daily gap and then new week open gap. Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna go on a little walk in just a second. What do you mean by you think the inversion for value gap's the drawn liquidity though? Because I think you're talking about this bearish inversion, right? But I don't know. Okay, let's drop down a time frame. Let's drop down. The outside bar looks pretty bearish. And I love the way we're using this new week opening gap. Honestly, the daily gap's not getting respected that well, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Well, I might drag it over to the left. Okay. But the new week opening gap really nicely respected. Let's get the low time frame true open. I kind of want to see how that gets respected. So we have 752.30 was manipulated pretty nicely. Okay, let's look at SMTs. There is a bullish SMT here. I don't know if that's going to hold though. I'm gonna try and get down to the lower time frame because I'm still on pretty high time frame and I need to get to the low time frame. Let me know what you guys are thinking, though. We got the lower quadrant of the new week opening gap around midnight. The midpoint around where we are right now. .75 up here. Any bearish S&T at the high? There hasn't even been any bearish S&Ts. So we honestly have this as a data high. Could it end up being bullish? Maybe. Once again, the Wednesday RTH gap is above. I'm trying to keep the chart, everything on the chart, but also not. It's hard because I'm trying to make sure I remember what's here. Anyway. Let me know what you guys are thinking. We could end up drawing back up to the data high, but kind of feels like the chart's cluttered. I don't like that. I'm just gonna drag this over. And let's just get onto a low time frame here and then go from there. I mean, I'm aware of the draw on liquidities up. I'm aware on the draw on liquidities down. So let's just get to the low time frame. Honestly, I think we might have bullish S&T with this low, maybe. It's kind of, it's with this low, it's weird. Right, so we got a data high above. We want to look at all the data wicks because there's going to be a lot. There's going to be news at 10. Wednesday RTH gap, all this low resistant liquidity above. Let's find the low time frame true open, the lowest one. Once again, I have to go to the 1 second chart to get it because my indicator doesn't show it up. It looks like that was manipulated to the downside. I don't have it. Okay, let me actually figure out what it is. $905 something. $905.37. Once again, my chart's a little cluttered. I'm going to just get rid of the... I'm going to try and clean it up. Okay. And I want to check SB Pro. So I'm going to start looking at that so I won't be able to read chat for a bit. We got a lot of market buys down at these lows. Once again, we're inside this massive new week opening gap. Looks like there's a small new week opening gap here. There's a new week opening gap here. So I guess I'll keep that in mind. Once again, a lot of market buys at that low, which is interesting. It's not really absorption. If it was market sells, it'd be absorption. Data high above. Let's kind of look at 1 hour gaps. 1 hour gaps will probably be helpful. So once again, we have a 1 hour inversion for value gap here. So we might want to use this. We'll probably want to put a quadrant on that and then take a look at the volume imbalance at the high, because there's a volume imbalance at that high. Okay. So I'm going to put this in my journal. Right, I'm aware we got a data high. Are we going to go to it? I don't know. Looks like we're probably delivering from a 15-minute gap. Okay, I'm going to screenshot this. I'm going to put this down here. Looks like we have a pin bar down at the low. Hey, what up, Chess? What are you thinking for today? On one hand, we have the data high. On the other hand, it's a 1 hour inversion for value gap. We have a volume imbalance resting at the top of it. One thing we could look at is seeing, okay, are we going to perfectly fill this bearish IPG? If so, maybe look for shorts upon the fill of it. I would like to short if we see 1 hour SMT. Yeah, 100%. There's a daily SMT bearish or bullish. We have a somewhat nice LRLR of Asia below. So that could be interesting. Bearish daily SMT. Okay. Taking a look at SB Pro again. Looks like we have a 15-minute fair value gap here. Oh yeah, let's see if this was a precision swing point at the low on the 5-minute. It was not. I'm liking this LRLR. Let's take a look at London and Asia. So we have Asia lows that are kind of nice. Asia lows look kind of nice. We are in a premium on the daily chart, right? According to Midnight Open, we're in premium. So Asia low here. All of this might be LRLR. Once again, we might get SMT with Asia low, so you actually might just want to target this LRLR instead of the Asia low, actually, if you were to take a short. Because remember what happened to me the other day? Maybe like last week, we didn't hit Asia low, and then we got SMT with Asia low and reversed. So that's something you never want to happen to you. So we just IOFED'd the bottom of this 1 hour bearish IFEG. So that could be bearish. Yeah, starting to look like maybe a sell model. Did we end up using some kind of PD array up at the high, like on the 4 hour? Whoops. Bearish PSP on the daily. Oh, for real? Bearish PSP on the daily? Actually? We haven't formed... You mean, are we retesting a daily PSP? Okay. So... Man, this Trump wick is crazy. Yeah, I want to see, are we using any new day opening gap or new week opening gap at the highs here? Actually does look like we are. What is this? An NDOG or an NWOG? Looks like it's an NWOG. Maybe from this, I can't even tell, honestly. I gotta scroll back. Maybe Judas the upside then fall? Yeah. I'm looking at that idea. The thing is, there is a data high above, and, you know, it's important to be aware of it, right? Remember the other day when I wasn't aware of the data high? And then I got cooked? Okay, sounds good. Send me for sure. 100%. Right, so we're rejecting a new week opening gap from quite a while ago here. Looks like this is let's actually find the date. Right, this is from July 2025. think July, I don't even know. What was it? July 27th. But I like that the way we efficiently fill this. So that's just a note, right? That's there. I just like looking around at anything I see. I'm more interested in if there's like a key level here. Oh, it looks like there is a gap. Yeah, it was a 30-minute fair value gap here. Got reclaimed. Check DM, don't show it in stream. Okay. Okay. We're retesting, I think we're retesting a PSP is what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, rejecting this 30-minute bearish FEG. Honestly, I think what I'm looking to do, honestly here, I'm going to simplify this down for myself. What I'm probably going to look to do is I'm going to look to gradient this 1 hour bearish IFEG and then look for shorts off of this. Because I think this outside bar and sweep of the true opens is, and with Asia LRLR below, is enough to constitute shorts. So I think I'm going to look for just gradienting this 1 hour IFEG and then looking for shorts. That's what I'm going to do. Sometimes it's better to just really make a game plan and then simplify it for yourself. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I'm going to pop a gradient on this and then look for continuation to Asia. And, you know, I want to pay attention to these higher time frame gradients as well, right? Maybe we come to, what, the 0.6 of this NWOG, 0.6, whatever. Anyway. 0.25. So yeah, once again, sometimes you just got to make it simple for yourself. And then I'll drop down to an even lower time frame with this gradient. I like basically just say what's the most important thing on the chart right now, and I'm honestly gonna say this IFEG. I'm just gonna say it, like that's what I think I like the most here. So I'm gonna use this as my basically the thing I'm gonna have marked out, and yeah. With the idea, the higher we dig into this IFEG, the more I'm going to want to see shorts. Okay, let's go ahead and screenshot this. Once again, 752 and 730 were already manipulated. Yeah, I think this keeps it simple, right? The higher we dig into this, the more I'm like interested in shorts. The more attractive shorts become. There's also this 15-minute fair value gap here, right? There's also the new week opening gap, 0.625. Keep that in mind, right? Because we might reject this, which aligns with this. But we might need to dig deeper into it. I'm just going to move this over. It's like, this is like, this is like a solar system. It's like this. These are like Jupiter and Saturn, and this is like Earth. Okay, I'm not turning this into astrology. Okay, just I don't know. The size comparison is crazy. Like, look how big these are versus how small this is. Looks like we had an outside bar here. Oh, market just opened. Market just opened. Right? Looks like we're getting continuation down. This is pretty much exactly what I was thinking. Oh, man. I'm not going to take anything unless I love it, so it's fine. We might end up digging further into this inversion for value gap anyways. So now I want to look at the low time from true opens. Hey, it looks like we are digging further into this. Okay, here's our true open for 90-minute cycle. And then here's our true open for the 22-minute cycle. Yeah, this is exactly what I want to see. I think we might end up getting shorts out of the high of this IPG, which would be fantastic. So let's watch this. And I actually we might be getting really close to a trade here, honestly. It's okay, we're getting through this 15-minute inversion. 15-minute fair value gap. Any new day opening gaps up here? New week opening gaps? No. Okay, watch to see if the efficient filling of this rejects price. Check to see if there's SMTs. Awesome, and turn on precision swing points. Is that a precision swing point? We just got a precision swing point at the high. So this could be seal of FA right here, right off of the high of this new week of this IFEG. I'm not. I really do think that it could be. I'm not gonna take that, but like this could deliver us lower, and it clearly did not. Maybe we're seeking out the data high. We just took 730. Okay, we might actually be seeking out the data high. Looks like we manipulated our low time from true opens to the downside, and now we're expanding to the upside. We're below this true open. So what was down here? A 15-minute gap? Do you guys still think shorts could play out, or what? We're pushing back up into the 1 hour outside bar. So I mean, shorts still could play out. This could be a Judas swing, but it's giving out. It's giving pulling into an outside. It's 9:30s being an outside bar here on the 5 minute. So this isn't that relevant anymore, is it? All right. We just souped the 7:30 open. We still got the data high above. Once again, it's like we manipulate these true opens to the downside. It might be bullish because of that. We still have what is it called? The Wednesday RTH gap above from last week. Try not to do anything really unless it's obvious. I'm surprised. I think if it was bearish that the IFG would have rejected price a little better, but I don't know. I'm just gonna watch at this point. I have all my ideas plotted out, right? I have all the different things that could happen. So at this point, I'm just gonna watch. I'm not looking to force anything. I'm just looking at all the possibilities, right? The main possibilities are Wednesday RTH gap getting filled, LRLR run of these highs, and then data high, or we end up reversing off of this and then targeting Asia and London. I'm open to both. I really want to get this SMT indicator on. Uh, 5 minute just outside barred, but it closed super high. Three-minute outside barred. Where's the first presented for value gap? Oh yeah, let's watch how we interact with this first presented for value gap. Oh, it's all the way down here. It became a breakaway gap. What are these lines? Oh, that's my indicator. First presented for value gap became a breakaway gap. We didn't even use it. Maybe we use the data high as a rejection block. Okay, I'm gonna be not looking at chat. I'm gonna look at SB Pro. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go a lot off of if we get like a huge whale that market's in and go off of that. Honestly, whale market sold just now. But once again, that would not really mean anything. If anything, that would mean absorption to continuous higher. Okay, I guess there's nothing I really like. It's okay. I mean, if you were just looking at the low time frame, you probably could have caught longs off of this 15-minute gap with the 1 minute change in state. I wasn't. Honestly, I should really be on the low time frame by the time market opens. Oh, this is not a 1 minute chart. This is. So this was more of a 5 minute for value gap. I want to clean up the chart again. bring this over. I really don't know right now. I really don't know. It's definitely, it's giving it's trying to be tricky. What do you guys think right now? I'm not really sure. Yeah, we might get this reversal. Who knows? Market open lows down here. Could this be a Judas swing? Maybe. But the problem is we're stuck between the market open lows and the data low, or the data high. Which one's stronger? I don't know. I mean, we're obviously expanding to the upside. 2-minute gap here. Hey, we probably have a Reaper gap down here. Yeah, I like the Reaper gap volume imbalance, and I'm surprised we closed through that inversion for value gap. Because of that, I'm low-key kind of bullish. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for this Reaper gap, and I'm going to look to take my Reaper Abyss out of this. It's the upside. I mean, the whole entire week is bullish, remember. Yeah, this is what I'm going to do. I mean, this is inversing to the downside, and I kind of want to just fade this inversion back up to the data high because we have obviously just so much displacement, and we've already manipulated these low time from true opens. So I would look for basically a 30-second or a 15-second inversion off of this Reaper gap. Looks like we already have S&T. But unless that happens... Oh, the first send for value gap's right there, remember? So watch that. Watch that first send for value gap. See if anyone said anything in chat. Maybe the weekly delivery didn't complete. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. First send for value gap might inverse the downside. That might be the trade, but honestly, I'm more interested maybe if we come down, take the low time from true open, and then hold the first send for value gap back up. I'm honestly more interested in that. I mean, I just don't like shorting in discount. Looks like it's a short in discount, so I'm probably not going to take this first send for value gap getting inversed. But I will take a long off of first strike off of the filling of this. So I guess we're just watching to see if we take the true open, and this could be a Phoenix model down here. So right here at Phoenix model with market open lows. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen, actually. I think this is going to be Phoenix model. So do you guys want to take the Phoenix model off of this 1 minute rejection block? It's below all the true opens. I almost want to take a change of state off of the rejection block. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. If we get it. Yeah. Come on, load. Wait, why isn't it loading? Oh my gosh, load. Okay, we just got it.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go break even if we take that high. Okay, I'm gonna go break even. I'm gonna trail, or I guess I can't trail right now. I'll just wait. Just sell. I'll just put sell limits in. Forgot to get rid of this. Okay.
Stop filled.
I got break evened out. So what I took was a 5-second change in state off the rejection block, which I was basically thinking was going to be Phoenix. That's what I did, by the way, if anyone was wondering. Okay. I think there's a ton of opportunity right now, so I'm just going to sit here on the chair. I could have taken profit there, but I don't think that makes any sense. Because if this is a Phoenix model, you know, the Phoenix model is going to deliver like 10R, so why would I take profit on a 1R if the Phoenix model hits 10R? My computer's being slow. What is going on? What is going on? Am I gonna miss a trade because of this? Everything's frozen. Looks like we just rebalanced the first cent for value up to the downside again. Okay, my computer's not being slow anymore. Okay, good. 5-minute inverse. Oh yeah, the 5-minute inverse to the downside. I still kind of think this might be Phoenix to the upside though. I'm gonna still look for change in state. Yeah, everything was frozen for me too. I'm honestly still looking for this 1-minute Phoenix to hold. It has SMT. It's a precision swing point as well, and it's going into the macro. Oh, we're gonna get an outside bar off of it. We did not get one, in fact. Once again, I'm expecting this to be Phoenix model, which is why I'm looking for longs. Plus, we're in discount, and I don't want to short in a discount. But that's just me. I don't know. It might end up going lower. We're below this 90-minute true open though, and this 22-minute true open. So I should really have this rejection block out if I'm going to be using it as my higher time as my PD array. Oh. Okay, I'd love to see CE of the rejection block get hit before I take the trade, actually. So I'm not going to take this because I see he hasn't been hit yet. I'm going to wait. It might play out to the upside, and I'm going to miss out, but I'll take something else if so. I kind of want to see CE get hit. The 1 minute? Really? I can't check the 1 minute right now. So this is the trade I was considering taking. I didn't take it because, once again, I wanted to see the... dang, bro. The trade I don't take, the one I don't take is running. Dang. Dang. I wanted to see CE get hit too badly. It didn't matter. The change in state off of it ended up delivering us higher. And it's okay. I'm not too picky. It's fine. It's fine. So the trade I took went break even, and then this other trade would have worked out, but I don't know. It's not the end of the world. This, once again, this is, I was anticipating this to be Phoenix, and so far it is, right? So if this is Phoenix, I want to project this out, 7 projections. The data high would be a really nice strong liquidity. So this is not a breakaway gap anymore. And maybe we still get shorts, right? We actually might. We just came back above the true opens now, and we filled this first center for value gap to the high here. I'm actually not opposed to shorting. Oh, we just got an inversion for value gap off of it, off the rejection block. So I'm probably just gonna tape read this one. I just don't have enough conviction in it with the external gap there. I'm just gonna tape read this one. It looks like it would have gotten stopped me out anyway, so it's okay. There we go. There's another S&T. This looks like a 2022 model. We just got an outside bar to the upside. Yeah, I'm bullish in weekly perspective as well. That's the thing, right? I don't know, guys. I think I'm just gonna wait. I think I'm gonna sit on my hands here. If I take anything, it's likely gonna be a tape read. Skype. Why is Skype opening? What the heck? Oh. I did like that rejection block trade though. I think that rejection block change in state was nice. I don't regret that. I think that was reasonable. So we might end up with this 2022 model getting basically what's it called? We soup this low off of it. So this is like liquidity sweep, break a structure for value gap going into 930 off the rejection block. So we might soup this low, or we might reuse equilibrium. It might be a 15-second 2022 model. Yeah, I think it could be a 2022 model on the 15-second. And I think we're going to use the first center for value gap as a... we're going to fill the first center for value gap, and then we're going to go higher. So if we get change in state off of this, once again, about 2 cons. We got low time frame change in state. I don't know how much I trust that one, but maybe. I mean, low time frame SMT, so.
Order filled.
Okay, I'll go break even in just a second. If we take the high of the first center for value gap. Actually, no. Hold on. That's too soon. Gonna replace this with a stop loss if we take the high.
Stop filled.
Alright, I'm definitely gonna need to go on a walk. This still might play out. I think I went break even too early. Anyway, I think I'm going to go on a walk here. I don't want to take a loss today. No, I don't think I went break even too early, honestly. It's fine. I'm going to go on a little walk, though, because I don't want to take a loss today. Or I want to just be able to stay level-headed here. But it might end up playing out. Honestly, it probably will. Alright. Gonna try and reset my head here. Maybe clean up the chart a little bit. I'm still in this for today so far, right? Still no loss yet today. Still in this. Let's just kind of go ahead and reset a bit of a can't speak. Let's just reset a little bit. Once again, I still think it's kind of Phoenix model on the 1 minute with the market open low. And then I still think this is kind of like a 2022 model here. Right? There might be an outside bar off the high of this, but I just can't take anything right now. Honestly, it looks kind of like we're generating liquidity to the downside, maybe even, honestly. So this, it was Phoenix model, but I'm not going to lie, it might end up failing here soon. Ah, man, that trade I liked was playing out. So that TP1 would have got hit. But it's all good though. I'm just gonna try and stay level-headed here. We're still in it for today. Nothing's changed that. We might get an outside bar to the downside. It looks almost like we're just generating so much liquidity to the downside. Let's get rid of this. We have market open lows. We got 930, we're above. Maybe we end up souping 730 true open. Bearish SMT. The trades I tried to take, both, this one would have played out if I hadn't gone break even. But it's okay. Trying to be level-headed here. We just souped the 730 true open, and we're above these low time frame true opens. We have a new true open on the 22.5 minute. I think we're gonna get a short. I think it's gonna happen pretty soon here. Since we just souped the true open and it's like all this is generated, would not be surprised. So if we get a short, what would we be looking at? Well, we probably want to see higher time frame gap get disrespected. Like what? Actually, it honestly kind of looks like high resistant liquidity to the upside and it's bullish. And that the initial idea is playing out, honestly. Yeah. We just inverse this. We inverse this 3 minute to the upside. Okay, I think that confirms that it's pretty bullish because I think we're going to go run to the data high now. Five minute is inversing. Could I even enter this with one con? Technically, I can enter this. With one con, guys. I actually might just enter this with one con. Maybe just on the retest, though. I might. Just depends if we get good closure or not. Did the 3 minute close? Oh, we're getting bearish SMT. Never mind, bro. Never mind. Bearish SMT might actually short. Above 730. We got stacked SMTs. Was that a precision swing point? That was a precision swing point, guys. So we might have a hand of FA here. Remember when I say if we have a seal of FA, when we have a precision. Now it's not delivering from anything, but oh, it's delivering from Venom model, isn't it? Kinda. Seal of FA might play out here. We just souped 730. 30-second change in state. Do we got a 5-minute PD array? I don't even know if we do, but I like the 30-second change in state just as it is. But I honestly won't be able to get enough, and I won't be able to get my entry. Never mind. I'm still in this so far today. I'm still in this. Chess is pretty bullish. Yeah. Yeah, because here's the thing, right? This looks like it was high resistant in line with this being high resistant, and then it looks like we're going to run up to the data high, probably. 2 minutes going to form an outside bar. If the 2 minute forms an outside bar, once again, the 3 minutes already inversed and the 5 minutes already inversed. I actually might just take this 2 minute outside bar here if this closes. With one con. So this is not a full-size loss for me. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to take it yet. The problem is there's bearish SMTs. It's just like lots of liquidity below. For those reasons, I actually don't like it. I'm not going to take it. Chess wants that data high. Yeah. See, I want a short here, but the 3 minutes inversed. Lots of liquidations here. This high resistant liquidity curve might just end up low resistant. But it might stay high resistant, actually. Actually, if we get this 15-second IPG back up, in line with the inversions that have already inversed, that might be the move. Do what you like. Oh yeah, obviously. I'd go break even at this high. Considering this.
Order filled.
Wait, I did two? Uh-oh, I did two cons. I did two. I'm not supposed to have done two. Uh-oh, I was only supposed to do... Wait, yes, I was supposed to do two. Okay, never mind. False alarm, false alarm. False alarm. Okay, break even. Did I go break even too soon? Maybe. Maybe I did. We'll see.
Stop filled.
I got break even. I don't care though, because there was bearish SMTs. Okay, so I'm still in it for today. Honestly, I could have held that, but there's bearish SMTs. Problem is, I don't want to short with the 3 minute and the 5 minute having inverse to the upside here. So like I'm still looking for longs low key. Just because I think what it looks like to me is it looks like this is a high resistant curve. See this? To me, it looks like this is a high resistant curve for us pushing up for Wednesday's RTH gap on the high time frame, and then on the low time frame, this is a high resistant curve as well. That's what it looks like to me. So I'm honestly still looking for longs, and then I want to see us push up to the data high because the 3-minute inverse, the 5-minute inverse. So that's probably what I want to see right now, and I think Wednesday RTH gap will possibly take us there. I mean, Wednesday RTH gap would be the final draw on liquidity, basically. Good thing it went break even on that trade. I'm honestly still looking for longs, though. I'm still in it for today. So, do we have a new 90-minute true open? I don't think so. We might actually need to get shorts down to soup this true open. It's possible. I think that's going to happen. So, I might micro scalp short. I might consider micro scalping for a short. Off of this IPG. I'm going to just micro scalp this short here. Because I think we're going to go back to the true open. Anyway, I'll tape read it. I'm just not bearish, but I think that we'll run down back to this 22-minute true open. Once again, I'm bullish, so I prefer longs in every situation. Looks like this could have been Venom. Ooh, look at that change in state. It just looks like we're going to go higher here. I don't know. I can't just go off of looks. I got to have a model. I mean, it's a change in state, but it's into an external gap. It's also just consolidating right now, and my chart is a mess. Okay, let's kind of clean this up a little bit. It's definitely harder trading conditions because we're still inside this, we're inside this range here. We're getting a ton of market buys. Not gonna lie, I think longs are being absorbed here. Looks like we had a bearish S&T above 730. I think longs are getting absorbed. I might take this short. This looks nice. I'm gonna scalp this. If we get it. Problem is I have to do one con, huh? Doesn't it just look like a low resistant liquidity run? Like to the downside a little bit? At least to back to the true opens. I think I'm looking at the chart. It just looks like there's been a ton of buyers that are just that are huge buyers that are just gonna be that are whales that are gonna be liquidated. We might get another sweep of this though. Any new true opens or nah? This could be Phoenix model into this rejection block. It did not, in fact, be Phoenix model. We've had 3 sweeps now. Once again, 5-minute inverse, 3-minute inverse. We're getting a Phoenix type C. We have an SMT not connected to the rejection block, but there is a rejection block right here. This 3-minute rejection block might reject price. If so, 15-second change in state or IPG off of it. Could be nice. You might even want to see a 30-second one. Exactly. I think weekly objective is bullish as well. But low time frame, we might just run these lows. Like, this is classic of inverse, the higher time frame inverse, but we hit a rejection block and then everyone gets liquidated. You know what I'm saying? We're above the true open. Is there a low time frame one? Is there a low time frame true open here? Come on, please tell me there's a low time frame true open. There's gotta be. What's this? Oh, this is the real true session open. That's true 90 minutes. There's no low time. Ooh. We might be getting an outside bar. Who knows? Let's see. I think time and price are aligned for shorts, honestly. Once again, I might do it half risk because 2 cons is too much here. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's fine. Let's see. We have an external gap there. We keep getting tons of market buyers, like whales, right? I kind of want to short for that reason. We've had an external sweep of liquidity here, and then internal sweeps here and here. It's too choppy for longs to succeed at this point. I think we're gonna reject. Any new week opening gaps? Oh, we're in one. Oh, yeah, I remember this. So we're in this new week opening gap, actually. Higher time frames forming a precision swing point. Okay, I think shorts are going to play out. 3-minute just formed a pin bar. We should be good to short. Outside bar? Yeah, it's off the new week opening gap here. Wow. We just keep... Shorts keep failing, huh? I don't like anything. I don't like longs for sure. I'll short if we get really obvious outside bar. Okay, we're about to get it.
Order filled.
I think time and price are aligned. I think time and price are aligned, but we'll see. Break even at this low. Come on.
Stop filled.
I think that was reasonable, but there is an external gap. It's all good. Dang it. It's okay. Well, guys, I liked that because good risk to reward, and also understand that low time frame, low resistance, liquidity, and then high time frame. So I could have TP'd with stop loss, and that trade might have ended up being like way higher RR. So okay, I'm gonna go ahead and close out of my live account. And honestly, I might take this inversion on demo. So I like this a lot. Actually, I don't know if I like it a lot. We'll see. We just got an outside bar to the upside.